This portion of the question is asking us to identify what the total revenue is given this demand schedule, and then also calculate marginal revenue per album. So the way to figure out total revenue is price times quantity. If I sell 0 albums at $22, I get $0 in revenue. If I sell 1,000 albums, each would sell at $20 a piece, so I'd get $20,000. If I sold 2,000 albums, I'd get a price of $18 per album, so I would receive $36,000. And we would continue to do price times quantity all the way down, and you would get this information that appears right here. Then to calculate marginal revenue, we need to see how revenue changes as I increase my output. So total marginal revenue, when we go from 0 albums to 1,000, increases our revenues by $20,000. But we divide it by 1,000 to find what the marginal revenue is per album. So we'd see that the marginal revenue is $20 per album. Total revenue increases by $16,000 when I go from 1,000 to 2,000 units. So it'd be $16,000 in total marginal revenue, but divide that $16,000 by the additional 1,000 albums that we're selling, and we get a marginal revenue now of 16. For 3,000 albums, we see marginal revenue total increases by 12,000. So for the additional 1,000 albums I sold, that's a marginal revenue of 12. Increase here is 8,000 divided by the 1,000 albums. Marginal revenue is 8. 4,000 total. Per album it's 4. There is no change here in revenue because it goes from 60,000 to 60,000, so there is no marginal revenue associated with an additional album if we go from 5,000 to 6,000 albums. And when we go from 6,000 to 7,000, we're losing 4,000, which means each album is a negative $4 marginal revenue.